Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this auto-emotional presentation for a beautiful Audi A3 2-litre 4-door auto presented on a 2006. This is, of course, as you can see, in gleaming white metallic and has some choice cosmetic upgrades, making it stand out from its very popular sisters and brothers out here in the UAE, namely in Dubai. The crystal clear front one-piece headlights do make for a nice upgrade from the previous shape, and that full-size black grille has had a treat to some gloss black paint as well as the fog surrounds, making quite a distinctive little mark. And of course the S-line badges signifying that the car is slightly different from the average Audi A3. As you can see, being the 4-door sportback model as it is technically known, it does have a really nice line to it, slightly raked so that it sits low at the front and gives a almost constant feeling of moving despite it being stationary. Those factory alloy wheels, of course, gloss black and red calipers poking through on the back there, crystal clear side repeaters, color coordinated wing mirrors as well as door handles. And again, this gives you an indication of just how dropped the front is on this car, but it's a factory spec vehicle. It hasn't been modified in any way. It's just that it really does have that sporty look throughout the car. The sportback models really do have a tidy rear end, in that they have that high boot line with the wraparound rear tail lights, making for a very tidy design. And you've got that shark fin style aerial on the top there. Being the 2-litre engine, it's a lot more punchier than the 1.6, a significant difference in the feel of the vehicle when you're pushing the car hard. You've also got the Triptronic drive and sports on this vehicle, so it does really lend to it being a nice sporty feel, and that twin exhaust system letting you know that you've got a bit more punch under the hood as opposed to the normal vehicles. All the lights have been updated on this car, including the interiors. You've got that parcel shelf, which means all your valuables are kept nice and secure. You've also got the split folding 60/40 rear seats, so they fold completely through, giving you a huge amount of load space despite its small footprint on this vehicle. You've got the original beige mats, which have all been upgraded to the black style, just making it a bit tidier inside the vehicle. Original tools and that brand new spare tyre there as well, letting you know that the car's always had a good set of owners. Of course, it's an auto-emotional vehicle, so letting you know it's going to have a few choice upgrades and a genuine clear set of ownership details as well. The tinted windows throughout with that rear wash wiper and high 3rd level brake light. From any angle it kind of stands out, actually, being of course a gleaming white metallic with the contrasting black wheels, grille and glass. The interior is beige and in very good condition, although it could do with a valet, obviously simply to do with the fact that it's of a lighter colour, but everything works absolutely as it should. Airbags galore on this vehicle, so it's actually a very good practical 4-door family vehicle with lots of luggage space and a frugal engine, yet still offering you a bit of punch when need be. Cabin there with a nice set of toys, which of course will be going through, and once again the S-line badging signifying that this Audi is slightly different. There are 2 keys with the vehicle, so remote central locking just pops open, and we'll jump into the driver's seat. A lovely place to be on this Audi A3. When you start it up, all the lights come on as intended and go out as they should do as well. Lovely bit of AC. I'm going to jump in and switch that on straight away because it's getting quite hot out there. Now of course you're not going to be able to feel it, but you can certainly hear it as I put this up to max. Really nice bit of powerful cold AC coming through there from the compressor. You've got electric windows throughout. You can also cut the power to the rear windows in case you do have the little ones on board. I'm not going to drop the glass completely because it's actually just had a full valet. I don't want to spoil the glass. However, that gives you an indication of the level of tinting. Absolutely legal, and it looks jet black from the outside, but from the inside giving you a nice bit of cool tint. You've also got, of course, electric mirrors, that being the drivers and that being the passengers, fully working, of course. Headlight illumination, which you can also strengthen and weaken depending on your preference, and that's the headlight setting for high, medium, low, depending on the weight in the vehicle or how you'd prefer your headlights beaming across. Car is returning about 520 kilometers on about 100 dirhams worth of fuel. That's why the fuel light's on, because we've just tested that. From zero we've put about 100 dirhams in, and we've got 522 kilometers out of it. We just reset the clock actually, but here you can hear that 2-litre engine revs really nicely through that rev range. You've got power adjustable steering, of course, so little switch down here, little lever down here that you can release and adjust the steering. Airbags as well, not only in the seats but of course on the driver's steering wheel as well as on the passenger front dash. Lovely little cup holder there. I love this build quality that you get with Audi. It's just a simple push of the button, everything absolutely works as it should. Of course, your hazard switch and your ASR, which will signify that when it's off, you get the icon come up in the dashboard cluster letting you know that the traction control is now muted. It's never going to be completely off, but you can get the rear of this car out quite significantly if need be. This is the stereo, which has got numerous, of course, stations that you can preset, and you've also got the 6 CD changer from Audi there, so you can literally load one of 6 CDs in the CD changer, and that all marries up to the stereo, which has got controls for all of that. You can skip through tracks, so on and so forth. Individual climate control, so that tells you that your passenger side is now sitting on 22, whereas your driver side is sitting on low, just below 16. Of course, you can point the air direction to wherever you fancy. The gearbox, super smooth Audi 2-litre engine is also matted to this gearbox, which is really good because if you put it in D, you can drive as per normal, which you can see there, and if I drop it into S for sports, it binds the revs and you get a much more tauter feel when you're putting your foot down on the car if you do need to get somewhere in a bit of a hurry. And in addition to that, if you slide it to the right, you'll see that the plus and minus now illuminate, and you're now in complete Triptronic mode. You can take off in first or second, and you can literally punch through the gears as though you were in a manual. And I'll just switch it straight over to D again, and you can just carry on driving as you normally would. You've also got a nice bit of paperwork here from the car, including the sound system, the full user manual there, and as well as that, you've also got lots of bills and receipts for works that have been carried out on the vehicle, including the original service book from Al-Nabuda with stamps, as you can see in the vehicle there. A very nice tidy vehicle that's going to make someone a great addition to their existing fleet of cars, or indeed as a first car. It's got personality, it's got that 2-litre punchy engine. It's a 2006 Audi A3 in gleaming white metallic, the 4-door Sportback version, of course auto box, the ice cold AC, and that gloss black grille with gloss black wheels and red calipers, the tinted windows and the xenon lights in the cabin to make it feel a lot fresher and newer. It's coming with 2 keys and service history, expat owned, and I think it's going to make for a very tidy car for someone. So we look forward to any requests for a test drive or information, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this presentation by Auto Emotional.